In 1907, Jews started migrating to Palestine, because mostly from Russia, because there is another incident which happened in 1888, around 1888 in Russia, where a person who was a Jew and became Christian, he wrote a book in which he exposed the Jews and their conspiracy to eliminate the Christians. And this led to a great massacre of Jews. So Jews started fleeing from Russia, many of them to Europe and many of them to Palestine. Even the Jews, they offered the Ottoman Emperor Abdul Hamid, Sultan Abdul Hamid, they offered him a lot of money, because Ottoman Empire at that time was in debt. They said, and the debt was in millions, they said, we are going to pay off all the debts with one condition only: allow us to settle down in Palestine. And what did Sultan Abdul Hamid say? He said, this land of Palestine does not belong to me, it belongs to the Muslims. It belongs to the Muslims, and I am not going to buy even one hand length of land to you. You can never settle down there except upon my dead body. This actually he said. That was the stand of Sultan Abdul Hamid. This is why they conspired to bring him down. And he was brought down in 1908. He brought down by the conspiracy of the Jewish courtiers in the court and the international Jews. And another interesting thing which is also noted, that they have made an altar near Dead Sea. And this altar is the part of the Jewish faith, that Jews are not going to be sanctified, purified, until the 10th cow is slaughtered. And in the history of Bani Israel, 10 cows are going to be slaughtered, and they are going to purify Jews gradually. The last is in this time. The first was, which is mentioned in the story of Musa alayhi salam in Surah Al-Baqarah, which is also mentioned in Quranic source. And then there were other 8 cows which were slaughtered. This is the time of the 10th cow, and they were looking for this cow, and fortunately enough they found it, that this cow was born in 1997 in a farm in a village called Kuffar Hasidim in Israel, and they named it Melody. So Melody is there. Melody is there now. It is growing, and it is ripe for sacrifice. They need an altar for that. They themselves know that we are dirty people. We are not going to be purified until this cow is sacrificed. Then it is burnt, and then the ashes of this cow is thrown upon the Jews. That is their belief. Now there is one question which is also very alarming question. Why the Christians of this country and America, they are supporting Israel a lot? They are more Zionists than the Zionists themselves. What is the reason behind that? The reason is that these Christians, especially here, they believe that Isa alayhi salam is not going to come until 3 things happened. Until 3 things happens. And what are these 3 things? Establishment of Israel as a country, Jerusalem as a capital of this country, and the construction of the Temple of Solomon. If these 3 things happen, then Jesus alayhi salam would descend. And because Jesus alayhi salam would bring a lot of glory to the Christians, so this is why they are waiting for him. And if these three things are required, then they should help to establish these three things. This is the main reason why they are helping the Jews. Two things have established, and Israel has been established. Jerusalem has been declared as the capital of Jerusalem. Only one thing is left, and that is the Temple of Solomon. In 1969, a Jew set the pulpit of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa to fire, and that pulpit, which was brought by Salahuddin Al-Ayyubi in the mosque, was completely burnt out. The ashes are the remaining of this pulpit. We have seen it in Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, in the basement which is known as Musalla Marwan, as I just said to you. So they tried to set fire to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa. And now they are digging under Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa tunnels with the excuse to find out a clue for the Temple of Solomon or its foundation. That is their excuse. But is it a valid excuse? No. If there are so many tunnels under the building, Masjid Al-Aqsa, one day it will fall down. And they would say, all right, khalas, Masjid is gone. And this is how they want to build the Temple of Solomon.